Hello everyone, my name is HowlingArctic, and today, since I have about 40 subscribers, we're pretty close, it's 39, and that's 9 more people since the last subscriber special, and I really appreciate all of you. You guys are so nice. And so, I'm gonna do a little tutorial about how I shade, because why not, you know? I think for a lot of people that want to make their own style, it's good to look at other people's styles and get a good idea about what they can do. Wait, what? I don't know what I'm saying. Oh wait, no. I can do this. It's a good idea to do that, to look at other people's styles, because if you can get inspiration from other people's styles to make your own style, and that's exactly what. So my style and shading, it's quite similar to Finchwing's shading method, and I guess coloring method too. So if you want to get a good detailed explanation, I'd recommend looking at her video too. And so what I like to do, what we both do actually, is we take this layer here, which is, so we have two different colors. I mean layers. I mean life. The line art layer right here, just for the line art, and then the colored layer, and the sketch layer, but you know. So the color layer, you duplicate this layer, and you take a color that's completely white, no other color, and just fill it in. Completely white. No other color. Just white. And color. And you may be thinking, oh no, all that coloring, it's gone. Or you probably don't, but it's safe under here. So what you do with this layer is stare at it, and a thing that Finch thought of was to use the layer mode multiply, which basically means it's going to be transparent. And there's nothing, so like black, well white is not going to show up at all, but black is going to show up completely. And so when you want to shade, like an orange I guess, you can see that the orange is partly there, versus if you just use the full on. This is an orange. Wait, I guess it's brown. It kind of blends in with the color layer underneath it, like this white cream part. It still shows up a little bit. It's still there. And so the first thing you do is change color. Well, I mean, talking is hard. You take the pointing at screen and you change the background color to, you can do trees, green trees, you can shade green, the character green, you can take a blue and shade the character blue as in the night sky. In a cave it'd probably be shaded black or gray, and so on and so forth. Choose a background color. He's normally in like it's autumn. Well, not autumn. It's going to be autumn, so why not uh, get an orange color? That's really bright. Orange color. Here's an orange. And a purple, I guess, since his eyes are purple. Bam! Not that. This, I know what I'm doing. This color. Yeah. And so, here we have the orange and the purple. So we go back to this shading layer, the one that's going to go into multiply. And for the darker area, or like in a forest, I'd usually shade green. In a cave, gray. In a a night blue. It depends on the background that you're gonna use. So I guess where Finch and I's style differ, I've never really drawn the shaded like her. What she'd do is do kind of the bases like this, and then get a lighter color and like get a lighter color by having the sample different or on an average of colors, and then do something like that. This is a really bad example, but I'm not too good at that kind of stuff, so what I do is I generally get a bigger brush, or depending on the detail I want to do, make the opacity really low, like at about 9. Look at the light source, which is up probably at the orange, so the shading would be directly underneath. I'd go and just kind of do this a lot. And that gives, see, this is what I do. And if I want to get an area that was significantly darker, like down here, it would take a while. So I could just make a huge brush and just darken this entire area here. So you can tell that the general area is darker over here, if that makes sense. Ugh. And then, like under the ears, it would be darker because they're hidden from the orange light and all that. Just little stuff like this. That's the downside, is that all the detail and the shading will sometimes be blocked off, especially if characters are really dark colors. Like if you're shading something that's dark gray, the shading's not going to show up as much as a character that has like white fur or something, or white hair. But still usually do the same method because it's fun. It's a little time consuming, but it's fun. And that's what matters. And so here we go to normal, multiply, and look at that. There's he looks kind of freaky. Some shading going on. Sometimes I'll do a second shading layer if it's much darker out, but you can also just maybe make the shading layer a little darker and put it over here. Just kind of make it show up a little more prominent color change, but not too prominent. Maybe under the ears, they would cast a little shadow. And so here's the purple base. And then I guess I'll do this now before I forget. Since the lighter color is orange, the light reflection on the eye is probably going to be, well, it could be white too. Usually white's fun, but orange. Look at that. Okay. There's an orange, and so there's that. But we're not done yet. Oh no, we're getting there. But here we're going to try by selecting. Oh wait, no, I messed up. Oh wait, no, wrong layer. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna select the line art layer, and then I think most of you know how to select, modify, expand. It's really helpful in Photoshop, or else it's really helpful for coloring. But I'm gonna do this and do that. I'm gonna get a blank layer with not a copy of the color layer, but just a blank layer, and I'm gonna get the opacity to about the same, maybe a little higher as the shading. But this is kind of like this is from the orange now. We're gonna add a little bit of light that comes down onto this little center. And like the shading, if it's on a dark colored character, um, it's gonna be less prominent, but I guess it still shows up a little more than shading does. And it also depends on what, how you, like what layer type you want to shade it in. This guy looks like he's on fire or something. So here's a kind of basic look. And so this is normal though. It kind of, you can, what you can do to make it look more interesting is instead of going to this group, you're gonna go to this group, like overlay. It's gonna be a little transparent, but also not. It'll be transparent, but it'll still be, you can still see the orange quite well. Soft light is a little bit transparent, so you can see a little bit of the orange. Hard light, I think, is a little harder than overlay, and then all the other ones, those ones are weird, but you can still try them out and see how they'd look. Try, like, experimenting is what's really fun. So I'm gonna stick with probably probably soft light. And so here we go. There's a shaded centret with a basic background, and I guess if you want to be super duper, I don't really know what I'm doing, you can go to layer style. Wait, I don't know under style settings. Stroke it a little bit and maybe add like a cartoon look. Hey, he's popping out now. How cool is that? You can do whatever you want. The nice thing about art is the fact that you can experiment and try new things. And that's what's pretty fun about it. You can also make him glow. It's kind of weird. And do the outer glow. Now he's immortal. So that's how, no, that's how you do shading, I guess. And this method takes quite a bit long. I mean, you can also just uh, do a single cell shading, which is probably easier, but you know, whichever you like better. There's plenty of things to try out and learn and do. And once you do, you can get a pretty nice style going that makes you happy, because that's the most important part, is that you enjoy drawing what you draw. Thank you for watching. Thank you for 39 subscribers. It means a lot. I'll try and make more videos more often. I'm just not too sure what to do. Speed paints usually take a lot of time. Well, I guess people probably get bored of them, but if you guys want me to do anything else, like I used to have a Minecraft series, and I might start another one, or or if you guys want to watch any games or anything, just feel free to comment, and thank you. Bye.